Good day. My name is Ugochukwu and I work with Lag Tutor. Today we'll be solving a sample demo test, the type that comes in Unilag post UTME. Okay, so we've begun our online tutoring and it's via Zoom. So and through Zoom, we prepare candidates for Unilag post UTME and Unilag Foundation entrance exam. But we have tests online on our CBT test portal. We have free tests and we have standard tests too that can prepare you for the online test. So to access our online test portal, you only need to buy our past questions for 3,000 Naira. We'll send the past questions and we'll give you login details to our online test portal. And there are 5 standard tests there, 40 questions each. So altogether 200 questions. If all you are interested in is the free test, no problem. Visit our website, right? Click the demo test and then fill in the fields in the form, click take test, and it will take you to a screen with the tests, right? And so today we'll be solving the demo test 1. This one is 10 problems long. Let's scroll down to the bottom to see how it is. So 10 problems. Demo test 2 has 40 problems, and that's pretty much a standard Unilag post UTME test. So solving our problems, the key to doing well in computer-based tests is reading instructions, understanding them, and adhering to them. This test comes in 3 sections: English language, mathematics, and general knowledge. Answer the questions by clicking on the appropriate radio button. When you're done, make sure you click the submit button at the bottom of this page. You can correct any option you have chosen by simply clicking another button. English language. From the words lettered A to D, choose the word or group of words that best completes each of the following sentences. Question 1. Everyone must be dash bed by 9 p.m. The correct answer here is in. Is the preposition that goes with bed. Question 2. Tunde was told not to allow pleasure to interfere dash his duty. This is similar. This is also a preposition. And you have interfere and dash his duty. The preposition that goes with interfere is with. And the preposition for which it's going is the noun for which it's preposition, acting as preposition, is duty. So question 2, with. Question 3. He sent a card to his parents to congratulate them dash their diamond wedding anniversary. The answer is on. You congratulate on something. You congratulate them on their diamond wedding anniversary. Question 4. Solve the following inequality. X plus 3, x minus 4 is greater than 0. To solve this problem, x plus 3, x minus 4 is greater than 0. Now, this is an inequality problem. And the condition for, basically this means a multiplication of 2 values, 2 integers, or 2 numbers to be positive, right? And for when you multiply 2 numbers, the condition for them to be positive is that it's either both numbers are positive or both numbers are negative, right? So this is the condition to give you the 2 values, multiplying them will be greater than 0. And so what's the first condition let's solve for this first condition that x plus 3 is greater than 0, means that x is greater than minus 3. And also solve for the other side, x minus 4 greater than 0, x greater than 4, right? So basically the condition for this to satisfy this one is that x is greater than minus 3 and x is greater than 4. Now, the condition that supersedes this is x is greater than 4. So the first part of the solution for this is x is greater than 4, right? So that's when you have x greater than 4, when you put 5, x5 or anything greater than 4, it's always going to give you a multiple that is greater than 0. So that solves for the first condition for positive, positive. So for negative, negative, we're going to have this, that's x plus 3 less than 0. And, okay, let's finish this, x less than minus 3. Now the second condition, and, right, put this and here, x minus 4 less than 0, x less than 4, right? So the only condition that is true where x is less than minus 3 and x less than minus 4, the only condition that will be true for both sides is this particular one, as x is less than minus 3. So the condition that satisfies our values for this equation, right, is x is less than 4. I mean, x is greater than 4 or x is less than minus 3. So if you want to represent this in a number line, try the values, but we want to represent this in a number line. We're going to have something like this. If this is 0, 0, so let's say this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So what conditions? X greater than 4. So we put it like this, x greater than 4, right? And then x less than minus 3. So, um, so these are the conditions that satisfy this inequality, right? So you can just try it out. Put any value from x less than minus 3 inside this inequation, right? So let's say minus 4 here. It's going to give us a number greater than 4, greater than 0. And if you also put 5, 6, or anything greater than 4 on this side, the inequality is going to give us a number greater than 0. So the answer to this problem is D, right? X, D. X less than minus 3 or x greater than 4. Problem solved. So the solution to number 4 is D. Problem 5, a metal disc 12 cm in diameter and 5 cm thick is melted down and cast into a cylindrical bar of diameter 5 cm. How long is the bar? For example, this is our disc. This is a disc of it's 5 cm thick. And then a diameter of 12 cm. So we melt it down to a bar that has a diameter of 5 cm. That's from here to here, and then of length L. we're asked, what is the length of the bar? So when we melt down a disc and cast it into a cylinder, what is going to be the same on both sides? It's going to be volume. So volume of this disc will be the same thing as the volume of this cylindrical bar. So volume here is pi r squared h. In our situation, is going to be pi radius r is d over 2. That's okay, d 1 over 2 squared will be equal to, okay, pi r squared h. In this case, h is going to be thickness. Let's call it thickness, right? Let's call it thickness. And then on this side, we have pi r d2 over 2 r squared L, right? Times L. So pi d1 over 2 squared times the thickness is going to be equal to pi d2 over 2 squared times the length. Good enough, we have d1 is equal to 12 cm. C1 is equal to 5 cm. Then on this side, we have d2 is equal to 5 cm. And of course, we're looking for L. That's the unknown, right? So putting these values into our equation, we have pi 12 all over 2 squared times 5 will be equal to pi 5 over 2 squared times L. So in this equation, this pi can cancel out this pi. 144 all over 4 times 5 is equal to 25 over 4, right, times L. Of course, this can cancel out. So basically we have 144 times 5 all over 25 is equal to L, right? So of course, 1 here, 5 here. And if you do 144 all over 5, you're going to get 28 4 over 5, right? And what is 28 4 over 5? We have L is equal to 28.8 cm, right? And that's our answer is A. So A, the answer is A, 28.8 cm. Problem 6. A number is selected at random between 10 and 20, both numbers inclusive. Find the probability that the number is prime. Now, probability of events to happen is the number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. So in this our problem, the total number of possible outcomes is numbers between 10 and 20, both numbers inclusive. So total number of possible outcomes, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? Total number of possible outcomes. A number of favorable outcomes is, find a possible number is prime. And what's a prime number? A prime number are numbers that are only divisible by two numbers. That's 1 and itself, right? And mind you, 1 is not a prime number. So the prime numbers here, numbers divisible by only one and itself, are 11, 13, 17, and 19, right? So number of favorable outcomes is 4, 4, and the total number of outcomes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So probability of our event happening is 4 over 11, and that's B. The answer is B, 4 over 11. Question 7. Funke deposited 5,000 naira in the bank at the rate of 10% simple interest. After some time, the total amount was 1.5 times the principal. For how many years was the money left in the bank? So this is a simple interest problem. And from the questions, we have Funke deposited 5,000 naira. So that means the principal is 5,000 naira. Interest rate is 10%. So rate is 10%. And then we're told that after some time, the total amount was 1.5 times the principal, right? So let's say that's principal plus interest rate plus simple interest after some time is equal to principal times 1.5. So basically principal times 3 over 2, which is 5,000 times 3 over 2, which is equal to 7,500. So basically, principal plus simple interest is 7,500. So basic 7,500 naira. So that means what's our simple interest, right? Our simple interest will be equivalent to 7,500, right? Minus this principal, which will be 5,000 naira. So our simple interest is 2,500 naira. And for how many years was the money left in the bank? Let's recall our simple interest formula. Simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time all over 100. And in this question, we're looking for how many years was the money left in the bank. We're looking for time, right? So let's come back here. So if we make time the subject of the formula, we have time is equal to simple interest times 100 all over principal times rate, right? And so from everything we have, we've gotten our simple interest to be 2,500. So time is 2,500 times 100 all over, what's our principal? 5,000 times rate, and rate is 10%, right? So when we do the whole thing, we have 2,500 and 5,000. That's 2. And of course, this cancels that. So we have 10 divided by 2, which equal to 5, right? So we have 5 years. So basically, Funke left her money in the bank for 5 years. The answer is C. Question 8, general knowledge. Which country hosted the FIFA World Cup in 2010? South Africa. It's a little bit of history. Question 9. In which period did Nigeria fight a civil war? The answer is D, July 6, 1967 to January 11, 1970. Question 10. Who is the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria? Well, this is more like current affairs, and this can change. If you're familiar with the previous central bank governors, you know that at a point, A was central bank governor, at a point, C was central bank governor, but as of today, D, Godwin Emefiele, is the central bank governor. So once you're done, just click submit, and you graded, you see your answers immediately. Of course, I know the answers offhand, I mean beforehand, and I know that's how I was able to get 10 over 10. But if you do the same thing, you solve, you're going to see your answers. If you didn't get it correctly, it'll tell you why you didn't get it correctly and to tell you your answers, right? So that's a solution. That's solving demo test 1, right? So feel free on your own, come to our online test portal, play around with test 1, play around with test 2. That is 40 questions long. If you're an MBA candidate, we have our MBA demo test too, right? And if you want to access our full online test, just click the link for instruction on how to do that, right? So thank you very much. Once again, my name is Ugochukwu, and I work with Lag Tutor.